We do have an Irishman with the whistle. It's Andy Brace who takes charge of this inaugural URC Grand Final. Chris Smith with ball in hand. A wonderful season it's been for him in the number 10 jersey for the Vodacom Bulls, and the Grand Final is underway. Early touch for Damian Willemse, last week's man of the match on this ground in that last gasp victory against Ulster, and a first carry for a man who's dripping with accolades after this season, Evan Roos. Back from Yankees for Libbok. And first clearance made. Bulls will have a line out 10 meters outside the Stormers' 22.
Yeah, it's a familiar start, isn't it? The deep kick. Try to pin the team down to the 22. The Stormers wanting probably a better exit at that than that in terms of kicking distance. Third Herschel Yankees might go for the contestable kick, giving it to Mani Libbok to kick out.
Johan Grobelaar, who was man of the match in the other semi-final, try scorer in that game as well. And huge surge from the Bulls maul brings a penalty advantage for collapsing them all. And after the knock-on, Andy Brace will award that penalty just 5 meters in from right-hand touch.
Well, it's a good start from the Bulls maul. You almost saw a second surge coming. Once it was set from then, it's pretty difficult to stop. So the Bulls' decision time here. Is it more of the same?
Collapsing 5.
Chris Smith's going to look for the corner. But there's a second surge from the Bulls maul. And great timing to get that shove going. Early stages, great throw from Grobelaar. So the Stormers trying to get that down, but here comes the second surge now, and that's it right there. The timing from the Bulls, perfect.
Open.
Stephen Kitsoff had his skates on there. Looked like an ice rink. He's a bit soggy underfoot. Grobelaar again goes to Walt Steenkamp at the front. This time, better defense at first. But here comes Grobelaar in the trademark red scrum cap. The offload is good. Foster! An emphatic start to this URC Grand Final. Stormers look to have got an early defensive set on the Bulls maul. The breakaway came from the irrepressible Johan Grobelaar. And the offload for Harold Forster made the try.
Yeah, again, the Bulls went to the maul after the first one, smelled some success. And there's a little breakaway. I think no one knew where the ball was, and Grobelaar's got it right at the back there. But the magic here is his ability to offload in contact up to Forster, running a hard line. Uses the strength and power to roll over. The Bulls opened their account early though, but Johan Grobelaar, there it was, dominated contact, had the right to offload, and he did that well.
And Chris Smith knocking the conversion over to add to his tally, takes it up to 147 points.
The Bulls will be very happy with the first two line-out mauls here. Johan Grobelaar, he's been outstanding the last 2 weeks. And Harold Forster carrying it over the line. Bulls will be very happy with that start.
And already the home crowd stunned into a little buzz as opposed to the roars that greeted the players. Absolutely electric atmosphere here in Cape Town, by far the biggest crowd at a URC game in South Africa this season. It's an excellent clearance from Chris Smith. Played in every game bar one in this URC campaign for the Vodacom Bulls. He has Mornay Steyn as the perfect mentor on the bench. JJ Kotsa, just 21 years of age, the replacement hooker for the Stormers. Andre Higofenta, just 20. Had some injuries in that position this season, so big pressure on these youngsters. Good ball for Ori, but he can't find Yankees, who's now under pressure. Through comes Grobelaar to make the tackle on Siabelo Senatla.
Push.
Libbok.
Stop 9.
Damian Willemse gets up, almost had it, but couldn't hold on. Scrum advantage to the Bulls as Grobelaar makes the carry, away by Zach Burger.
Stop! Advantage over.
And Forster.
Pass backwards.
Lost backwards by the Stormers, but Forster was there to pounce on the loose ball, and Zach Burger exploiting that space in behind. That's just been lost forward. So close for Arno Botha. It's nervy from the home side.
Yeah, well, what a start from the Bulls. I think Harold Foster, everyone looked thinking he's going to go for the long kick. He goes for the little kick over the defensive line, and he's got the bounce. Sinatra, the bounce of the ball, fooling him there. So Arno Botha gets that ball. The Bulls have got front foot ball.
Sorry if I got it wrong.
With the Stormers chasing back.
Okay, fellas, as we discussed, yeah? Feet strong, balance, and wait for my calls, please. Yeah, left to there.
First scrum of the game. It's been a talking point the whole week. It's been a Stormers' strength.
Strong bind, strong left side.
But a wet
crouch
field, not to their advantage.
Bind!
Gerard Steenekamp locking horns with
it's going to be really slow, isn't it? As we
Frans
discussed,
Malherbe on this near side.
Go again.
Stephen Kitsoff and Mornay Smith.
Don't get ahead of me. Really slow.
On the far side, and Andy Brace sounding like he wants to get them slightly closer.
Yeah, he'll bring them closer so their feet can come up a bit. What happens is post-engagement, you want a little bit of stability. Stability for both teams to hit.
Bind!
Not a big gap and build pressure from then on.
Set! Stable! Yeah. 9. Stay there.
Well, the Stormers getting their way. You can see how the turf has kicked up on both sides.
Yeah, I think that's against Mornay Smith.
Pressure came on 3, cranking down.
Down on the Bulls' tight head side.
So Mani Libbok with an opportunity to clear. Back towards Bulls territory, in fact just inside it.
Really slow, Steve,
the penalty
really slow.
conceded this side. Call for Mornay Smith cranking down with the bind. But you can see already the turf being churned up properly.
Take the line, Stormers, please.
AJ Jacobs and Jacob Paper, the two assistant referees. And a quick throw in to the front for the Stormers captain Kitsoff. Daimani.
Tackle!
Driving his legs in contact and...
6 move! 6!
The Bulls have won a turnover here and then a penalty. Not looking after the ball on the ground.
9 perfect steal, your tackler assist. Release, please.
Zach Burger, the man credited by the referee for the legal steal.
9 first arriving player, 6 tackler assist. Back 10.
That was... trying to see, was that Zach Burger that went in there? Obviously saw the ball. No one over it. Thought Herschel Yankees wanted to clean it, but that's well played by Zach Burger. He thought the Stormers were starting to build something there. So that's the breakdown there. As Herschel Yankees try to get rid of it, that's when Zach Burger came through.
And then Dion Fourie, part of
Let's come away from the tackle,
the tackle on Zach Burger, conceding the penalty. Grobelaar finds Ruan Nortje.
Broke away. Ball is out.
And Dion Fourie latching on to the ball.
Okay, leave it.
Couldn't quite strip it off Zach Burger. Steenekamp. Burger for Grobelaar. Handed on from Mornay Smith for Elrich Lowe. This time the breakdown penalty going the way of the Stormers.
That time is good.
Dion Fourie, you can see he was searching for the opportunity. I think with cleaning Dion Fourie, you've got to be extremely low.
That time
He's
6,
very strong to the ground.
strong over the ball.
The breakdown, a hectic contest. That's why he looks the way he is. His lip is cut up. He's got a permanent shiner. That's because of the breakdown work. He gets stuck into every breakdown.
That time he's good. Got to come away from the tackle.
So Dion Fourie comes in. As he comes down with a push-down tackle, Harold Foster isn't high enough. Is too high, let me say, to make that clean.
It's an excellent penalty from Libok, which presents the Stormers with a line-out opportunity.
Not too big.
Just
Not too big.
outside the Bulls 22. First 10 minutes has flown by. Again, it's the short ball to Kitsoff at the front. Yankees, Daimani.
Okay, 8.
Elrich Lowe doing a good job at that breakdown to slow the ball down. That ball lost forward
on. See what comes.
by Evan Roos, and it's on here for the Bulls. Hendricks, Madosh Tambwe with Kirkley Orenser outside, and well, he put the boot in, and there was a Stormers hand, perhaps a crucial hand in there. Brilliant at turning defence into attack.
Well, it's the right idea. Evan Roos never really had that. But this is the right idea from the Bulls. Turnover ball. Try to get that ball into space as quickly as possible. And because it's almost sideways here, Madosh Tambwe's space is killed. But the right idea to kick it downfield with chasers coming on.
No huddles, mate. Let's speed it up, please. Okay, Stormers, open up. Bulls on the line.
Inside
5, line out over. That's a more.
That's his third successful take at the front of the line out.
Knock on, stripping the tackle.
The ball was stripped in the tackle, and Tambwe is away. Tackle made by Herschel Yankees, but not held, so quick to get back to his feet. Burger, Kutsia. And Zach Berger again, throwing the dummy in, ducking under a tackler. Kobala filling in at scrum half. Ruan Nokia, another standout player for the Bulls. Played in every game of this competition. And then Chris Smith, has he put too much on that? It's not quite going to go dead.
Okay, goal line. It's got to go 5.
So it's a goal line dropper that has to go at least 5 meters. So not a bad result for the Bulls. Just pinning the Stormers back.
Okay, all behind.
Siobellis and Natla giving chase and making the tackle on Kane and Moody. That's a good result.
Still live
for the Stormers. And Jean de Villiers and Victor Matfield have observed quite a bit at line-out time.
Two very varying options at line-out time. The Bulls very successful thus far. The Stormers not so much, Rick.
Same for
sides
them. No huddles. Let's go.
The front ball. The Bulls just using their front jumper, and from there they set them all. Where the Stormers go for the option to Kitsoff, they don't get them all going, so they can't get a penalty. They can't get field position. So at this stage, the Bulls definitely getting the upper at line-out time.
Inside 5. More
conventional this time from JJ Kotze.
One stop.
Almost as though they were listening to Victor Matfield's comments, getting a more moving forwards. One stop called by referee Andrew Brace, but plenty of momentum here.
And use it! Use it!
The use it call comes. Yankees, Libok, and Damian Willemse gives chase. Kirkley Orenser underneath for the Bulls. Just unable to evade the tackle of Ruan now. Burger. Here's Warwick Gelant, who has had very little so far this evening.
Hold on.
And not the kick he was looking for. Smith.
Touched.
That ball was touched by a Stormers player. Everybody on side.
Out to 10! Out to 10!
Libok has to chase his own ball and makes the tackle on Orense.
Lost now, 8. Last feet. Take him back, fellas. Stop!
Hoist from Chris Smith. Warwick Gelant waits.
Six. On the shoulder for me, AJ.
Now Ruiz. Strong tackle from Ruan Nokia.
Yeah. Cheers, nice.
Now off the left boot from Mani Libok. Smith is back. And Sergio Peterson and Damian Willemse doing the follow-up work. Comes back for Johan Krobelaar.
Okay. Last feet. And use it!
Burger. Well, that's lost forward. The mistake coming from Warwick Gelant as he fielded the high ball.
Yeah, it was a good chase from the Bulls. Also, you got to look where Ruan Nokia is. That's one of his strengths, his ability to work hard off the ball. So Warwick Gelant gets that ball. Look who's there.
Okay,
Ruan Nokia making the tackle.
Clean the boots.
With Caden Moody, the wing, he gets there ahead of the wing.
Time is on, let's go.
You can see Warwick Gelant almost trying to get that prop off the ground or maintain some level of continuity. But great chase line from the Bulls.
Yeah, yeah. So when the pressure comes on, don't fall back, okay? Good heights, nice bind. Let's go, fellas. Same on their ball. Let's go, seconds, let's go, come on. Speed it up, fellas.
We're approaching the end of the first quarter of the game. Stormers being asked to make double the number of tackles.
Bind! Set!
Majority of possession going away, the way of the Vodacom Bulls. Away to the right they go, the short side for Burger.
Take the line there, lads.
Attempting the little grubber kick.
Dead,
It came off, I think it was Herschel Yankees on that short side.
I'll bring him in.
And the Bulls, that's the right sort of option from Zach Burger. You know, the wing comes up, the fullback's isolated, kick him in the corner. He's forced to make a bad kick. You get the line out put in so you can build pressure again.
Thank you.
Krobelaar.
More.
No contest on the throw.
No leg!
To Walt Steenkamp and rumbling on with Krobelaar. Very much in control. So dangerous when they get that amount of momentum. Mornay Smith. And Stephen Kitsoff was in there, making the steal.
Was good. Bulls move! No!
And it's a relieving penalty for the Stormers after Evan Ruiz had...
3's okay, 7's not. Clean the tackle area.
Yeah, I think it's one of those calls, you know, the players on the field, you talk about a final being calm. You just got to listen to the ref. He says, let go of the ball. So Stephen Kitsoff keeps on playing. Somehow the ball got fumbled out or knocked out there. Ruiz carries it in. But then Mornay Smith there, you got to just listen to the ref with the players around if you're in the ruck. You know, give him a smack on the backside, say, get out of there. It is not on. So Mornay Smith here, so Onubuta makes the tackle, Zach Burger. But Mornay Smith comes in, you can see the red tights here. That's where the players around him will say, get out. You're going to concede a penalty.
And it's been ferocious at the breakdown, Shimi.
Compete, please.
The contest at the breakdown is so important. Dion Fourie's been good for the Stormers, but it has been the Bulls' dominance in every facet of play. And even at the breakdown, the Stormers not up to speed at the moment.
Just wait, just wait. I'm going to get... No. Stay on my AR. I'm going to get you a gap. Don't step to your side, otherwise I'll free kick you. Good, mate. Five, line out over.
Salman Murat and JJ Kotze of Willemse
Advantage knock on.
couldn't hang on. Handling errors continue for the DHL Stormers. Hendricks brought down by Peterson. Burger.
And you use it, 9.
A strong carry from Smith that time. Another test for Warwick Galant with Madosh Tambwe bearing down on him.
Tackle! Release 11!
Another excellent kick from Zach Berger.
Okay, that's inside.
May not have been completely contestable, but allowed Madosh Tambwe to get in and make the tackle on Warwick Galant. And again, just not allowing any territory for the home side. Herschel Yankees giving us a clear indication of how slippery it is underfoot.
And what's happening is the Bulls are building a lot of pressure from lineouts. And that's where the Bulls are getting a lot of energy, especially up front with the forwards. Herschel Yankees with a slip. And Slide, I think he wanted to kick it more contestable, get a little bit more distance, but the Bulls are getting a lot of energy from the line, specifically the line out more.
Guys, come on. Open. Bulls on the line. 1 meter. 2 and 2, hooker, yeah?
Grobbelaar goes long this time for Ruan Nukia over the 15-meter. So that defensive line allowed up Marcel Coetzee, managing to get the pass away for Steenkamp. Quick ball for Burger. And then Buerta.
No,
Zach Burger making a little dart around the fringe.
Unless somebody else different.
Back from Morne Smith for Gerard Steenkamp.
Last feet.
Fourie cleaned out by Marcel Coetzee, both of them named in Jacques Nienaber's Springbok squad during the course of the week, the 2 number 6s.
Move!
Again, Fourie cleaned out of that area that he loves to be. Elrich Lowe took a massive hit.
Lost it, good contest and went off. Last feet! Last feet!
Grobbelaar. And Dion Fourie latches on again and has another penalty win.
You just can't get rid of him, can you? Hit the breakdown. And you saw one or twice the players were saying, Dion, leave it, he stayed out of it. But really, a breakdown warrior. I mean, he's chasing everything, getting clean. He got lifted off the last breakdown, but his timing is just so good, Dion Fourie. Look at that wide base, and he's fighting hard, staying in the poach.
Yeah. Just get 6 cleaned up. Just get 6 cleaned up on blood.
And both teams, if anything, the Bulls probably lacking a bit of accuracy at the breakdown. That's the look of an open side flanker, and probably the Bulls would want more faster ball on attack and breakdown, especially in the 22-meter area, where the Stormers, you saw from that line out, needless knockouts that are giving the Bulls turnover ball.
Yeah, man.
Well, a frenetic start from both sides, and this will be a welcome breather. Jean de Villiers, Victor Matfield.
Yeah, it's been 23 minutes of a massive battle out here. We already see the effect of the pitch. The pitch is giving in a hell of a lot. We saw the first try from the Bulls.
Okay,
the Stormers not being able to stop that maul, and then even when they had ball in hand, 3 Stormers defenders going to ground and slipping. This pitch will have a massive effect still in the rest of this game.
Yeah, Johnny, conditions very difficult so far tonight. It's very slippery. That's why we won't see a lot of phases played. We'll see 1 or 2, then the kick. The Bulls so far has been much better at playing the conditions, I believe.
Keeping it direct and applying pressure on the opposition.
Well, they've also done well at turning defence into attack, and they've had a couple of opportunities when the ball's been lost by the Stormers. We've seen a couple of handling errors from the home side, which the Bulls have been quick to pounce on, and that's another one at line-out time.
Use it now! No.
The unforced error rate really costing the Stormers dearly at this point in the game. Away by Yankees for Evan Roos. And now it's Lebok.
Good.
Straight down the middle. And Kirtley Orense. The beautiful spiraling kick. Well fielded by his opposite number, Warwick Gelant, who finds Mani Lebok. Brings an excellent tackle out of Orense. Willemse. That's straight into touch.
Yeah, and Willemse trying to get that little attacking kick straight through.
We'll put balls. We'll put balls on the line, yeah? Balls on the line.
And Zach Berger
Good.
is getting one from Salman Murat, who
10.
probably needs to go a fraction lower than that. Playing with danger. Tap ball this time from the Bulls, but it falls kindly for Arno Botha.
Tackle. No, it's under the foot.
The first line out, they weren't able to win cleanly, but still got a platform from it. Tambwe gets his tackle in on Peterson, but he manages to get his offload for Warwick Gelant. And Sanatla, and again just forcing the pass in contact, losing the ball forward and presenting the Bulls with another opportunity. Berger, Smith will cross kick for Madosh Tambwe. Tracking back is Arno Botha. Incredible work rate. So too Elric Lowe.
Okay, that's off Stormers, so we'll play.
And that's been lost forward by Salman Murat.
I can see the Stormers trying to create from there, sir. Salman Murat.
And that's clearly knocked on. Nice, helps.
No, that's the knock there.
No, sorry.
Trying to look to play on.
No, that came off Evan. Turnover good. And then lost it on here, mate. We'll step here, guys, sorry.
That's the handling errors. We were speaking about 5 from the Stormers, and only with just over a third of the possession.
And that contest in the air is off your 10 onto the head, sorry.
Yeah, and the Stormers will be worried about the territory.
Fellas,
haven't gotten into the Bulls' 22-meter area
so feet
yet.
Strong, good heights, just like the last one,
26 minutes.
Thank you.
So it's been... The Bulls have dominated territory, got the early try.
Exactly the same as the last,
but Zach Berger with his kicks, the chasing from Madosh Tambwe has been on point also. And the Bulls more...
Crouch! Bind! Set! Okay, that's good now.
Away by Berger, Smith. And Forster running hard at the half gap, but losing the ball.
Move!
Evan Roos
knock-on
was
advantage.
Back to clean up. It's just a scrum advantage being played to the Stormers. Kitsov held up by Johan Grobelaar.
And use it! It's advantage over.
Herschel Jantjies' kick, advantage called over. Orense spills the ball in the tackle from Peterson. And they will scrum for that knock-on as Willemse is pushed into touch. Recalled to the starting lineup this week, Kirtley Orense at fullback with Kanan Moody moving to the wing. That's a brave tackle.
Yeah.
Stay down.
There's nothing, mate. Look, the good thing, I think, look at that Kirtley Orense, you know, you land on your feet and you've got someone's shoulders waiting for you. You just brace and take the pain, don't you? But luckily Sergio Peterson was the right height, because generally those are the tackles where you can slide up a bit.
Let's go, guys. Ready? Crouch!
And just to reiterate your point, we heard Jean and Victor speaking about the state of the pitch. It's perfect in the Bulls 22. Nothing's happened there.
Bind! Sit! Stay there. Yeah. Strong left side, one. Strong left side. Okay, take it out, use it.
Very solid scrum. Both packs, their height perfect.
12!
And
12!
Gelant getting the drift ball from Libok. Arunsa for Madosh Tambwe. And ghosting his way through.
Play on, it's off Stormer's head.
Desperate tackle from Ruan Nel, an important one. Just managed to cling on to the jersey of Tambwe. Burger, Smith, Steenkamp.
First action straight down for Latcher.
And the penalties against Walt Steenkamp are going straight down off his feet, just as Dion Fourie was going into a dark place yet again.
That's a breakdown accuracy you spoke about, and there's one person on the Stormers team, and that's Dion Fourie. That's almost killing the Bulls' rhythm the whole time.
Another excellent kick from Mani Libok, but you just sense that the crowd wants something from their side. They were in such great anticipation. Look at the action here of Steenkamp. Yeah, straight down.
Yeah.
In you come.
That, apart from anything, is the statistic killing the home side. Just 24% territory. Bulls put in an absolutely outstanding contesting contest in their semi-final win against Leinster. This time the Stormers going over the top for Hachiba Diamani. They have a penalty advantage. Evan Ruiz. Yankees, Libok, little dab over the top for Ruanel to chase, and Moody, brilliant.
Not obstruction, he's adjacent.
Covering across from his right
it's
wing.
Not obstruction, Marcel, he's adjacent. He's not in front. No, he's adjacent. He's next to him. He's not in front of him. You're off feet, straight to floor. I think it's 2. 2 or 7, straight to floor.
It's against Johan Grobler. At the breakdown we had,
you must attack
if I'm not mistaken, it was Achiva Damani that went through.
Must attack the ball, not the space beyond. This damage is done. You're off your feet.
It's elbows on the ground that sort of give it away.
Shot called. Yeah,
and
the damage
first
already
opportunity
done too.
for points.
Affected speed of ball.
The Stormers opting for a kick at goal with just over 8 minutes to play in the first half. They
Cheers, mate.
had no territory to speak of.
So he's just confirmed it as well. It's not obstruction, myself. Yeah.
Just for the carry, sometimes a seatbelt tackle comes into play. Can you just check that?
Yeah, fair enough, mate. Yeah. Fair, myself. Fair point.
So Mani Libok, the top point scorer in the competition coming into this grand final, 163 points. John, Vic, your thoughts on this decision?
Yeah, very difficult decision for captain, especially after Mani Libok
saying,
didn't have a good day with the boot last week. Victor, when you're in a finals like this, do you give it to the kicker or do you go for the line-out?
I think at this stage the Stormers are not getting any reward from the line-out or line-out maul, and they've not been in the game. If they can get away here with 7-3, they'll feel they've been defending, they've been in their own half the whole time. All of a sudden, they're closer to the Bulls.
All comes down to the kick.
And some anxious faces in amongst the 31,000 strong home crowd. Mani Libok has pulled that one.
22.
They missed 3 off the kicking tee last week and then stepped up after giving the scoring pass for
just attack the ball.
The try in extra time by Warwick Galant.
I'm not sure who it was.
Stepped up to goal it from 5 metres in from touch to win the game. He would have wanted a more solid strike to settle the nerves on a big occasion like this. Smith's restart.
Touch anyone? No. Yeah.
No touch from any player as it drifted towards touch. So it will be...
Okay, good gap, in you come.
Stormers line out. full complement at this line out. JJ Kotze finds Salman Murat. Yankees, Willemse. Chris Smith went low and stayed true to his defensive task.
He's through the middle.
Harold Forster coming through the middle of the ruck onto Herschel Yankees. Murat. Stephen Kitsoff just withdrawing his hands at the last moment. Yankees thought about the right, then away to the left. Lebok and Willemse. Senatla and Dion Fourie. Showing he can run as well as steal. Quick ball for Yankees. Out the back from Diamani. Across by Lebok, and Khalan couldn't gather, but Arendse could.
He's good, he has.
Yeah, and the Storm is there, starting to find a little bit of rhythm on attack. Just I thought that pass off to Warwick Khalan a little bit high.
Don't need that. Hey, 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 hey. Thank you, thank you. Just come here for a sec. Kono.
Yeah, and this is Dion Fourie cutting against the side, but the space is out wide down the right-hand side, and that pass a little bit too high.
Are you finished?
For Khalan, he's right up in the air.
Whistle's gone. Let's walk away.
But a little bit of opportunity for the Stormers.
He does. Yeah. It's fine, but I felt he's through the middle. I didn't feel he played you, but I'll look at him. Okay.
Well, Herschel Yankees just asking,
guys, let's go.
What the player is allowed to do coming through the middle of the ruck.
Same as the last. Same as the last, Steve.
Zach Berger, former South African under-20 international, still just 23 years of age, has just grown immeasurably since moving from Griquas, where he was an absolute star.
Set.
In his 18th appearance of the season, Ambrose Papier, a capped Springbok, waits on the bench as a replacement scrum half. Too early
Working before the ball. Working before the ball. Clearly.
Probably a little bit too eager from the store, trying to build pressure. So Andrew Brace looking for the stability before the movement.
So Smith from the free kick goes towards the middle of the field. It's allowed to bounce and away by Lebok for Khalant. Awkward one for Arendse, but Smith is back.
Inside.
And an excellent bit of game management from Chris Smith. There, he knows there's just 3 minutes to play. He was home alone at the back after the kick from Khalant and fielded the ball inside his 22. Well, an explosive start to this URC Grand Final. An early try by Harold Forster after a devastating breakaway from the maul by Johan Krobelaar. A conversion from Chris Smith, but since then it's been the Vodacom Bulls with most of the territory, most of the possession. The DHL Stormers with a handful of opportunities, but their own worst enemies in terms of unforced error. Lebok, Willemse, and here is Khalat. Puts in the grubber kick for Sergil Peterson to chase, and Moody was covering, so too Kurtley Arendse.
Yeah,
it's a smart play from the Stormers, but what you want to do is Andrew Brace just pulling Herschel Yankees across. I'm not sure what
I'm not sure if you're in front of me there on that last kick. Yeah.
Oh, it's about him being in front of the kicker.
50-22. 50-22.
Now, so it is
50-20.
going to be a Stormers line out. 50-22 on the kick.
50-22.
I think we all missed that.
Steve, come on.
Andy Brace just asking Stephen Kitsoff to speed things up a bit. Just a minute and some change remain in the first half.
Yeah.
It's Diamani with the take.
Still moving.
And the Stormers maul still moving.
Still moving. One stop!
First stop called. JJ Kwatsa.
Okay, 5 out. Shoulder bounce, 5 out. Use it, sideways.
Called out, then the maul goes sideways. Use it. So Yankees has to get it out from JJ Kwatsa. Peterson is away to the right, but isolated.
Last feet.
That's a rescue from the Stormers. They only had 2 players, but the counter ruck is good.
Tackle, move.
Somehow they've managed to recycle that ball. Daimani spins out of the first tackle, but not away from Chris Smith. Yankees, Lebok and Willemse. Roos. Step past the first attempted tackle of Steenekamp. Kwatsa gets from Lebok as the half-time siren sounds in the background. Frans Malherbe.
No, lost it.
Yankees finds Gelant. Advantage for offside.
13 offside. You're
It's
offside,
against
yeah.
Cornell Hendricks.
Well, this is the time you try to look where the kicking coach is.
You're set up offside, 13.
So it looked like the Storm. Well, decision hasn't been made. Mani Lebok's got the ball, so chances they're going to kick for the points.
Shot called.
Yeah, they've called a shot at goal with the hooter having sounded.
On the right mark, AJ.
And a very, very similar position to where Mani Lebok kicked the first attempt, which went wide.
I'm trying to spot who's offside. Oh, no, Cornell Hendricks, yeah. He's about a meter offside.
That's the first one.
Initially, I thought it might be for the early tackle there on Damien Willemse.
Well, that was, yeah, fair enough. Fair play.
But if you talk about moments in a game, this one is critical. You can see Mani Lebok not that confident at the moment. Kicking conditions also not that easy. Wet underfoot. The grass moving, not a solid base to kick from. But in terms of the game, the competition, this is massive.
Time is on,
well,
10,
not only
yeah.
him, but the Stormers as well.
Time is on.
Just a little bit further in from the left-hand touchline to the first attempt. The Vodacom Bulls dominant in almost every aspect of this grand final. But Mani Lebok has struck it beautifully and ensured that the home side go into half-time just 4 points adrift. And for 35 minutes, the Vodacom Bulls led by 7 points to 0. But Mani Lebok made it 7-3 at half-time, and it is Lebok who gets the second half underway. 40 minutes to determine who will lift the United Rugby Championship trophy for the first time.
Okay, that's taken back in, 9.
That ball starting outside the 22, said Irish referee Andrew Brace. The hoist from Zach Berger. And it's Berger who makes the cross kick. Here's Siobelo Sanatla. Strong defensive work from Arno Buerta, and the hack through from Cornell Hendricks. Sergil Peterson had to drop back. And penalty. Just the start that the home side would not have wanted. An error.
7, first arriving player, 6, sorry.
At a breakdown. The hack through and just isolated after falling on the ball, Sergil Peterson. His reinforcements not arriving quickly enough.
Yeah, came off balls.
Yeah, it's all about ball control back. And the counter-attack here. I think that was Arno Buerta coming through that disrupted in the kick.
Now, Stephen Kitsoff was just asking Andrew Brace, I think, if when that ball was counter-rucked, if it hit Arno Botha after being kicked by a Bulls player, but Cornel Hendricks was the man who was quick to pounce and putting the pressure on Sergil Peterson. Chris Smith now with a kick early in the second half to regain that 7-point advantage. And this kick would take him to 150 points in the United Rugby Championship. He liked it immediately. Did a wonderful job for the University of Stellenbosch, the so-called Marties in South Africa's Varsity Cup, then moved to the Pumas, where he scored more than 300 points. And now establishing himself as the points machine for the Vodacom Bulls. 27 years of age and up to 150 with that penalty.
Back off Stormers.
Won by Kitsoff, and here is Evan Roos. Brought down by Morne Smith. Gelant dabs it through. Peterson is after it.
Taken back.
Some desperate defence. Kurtley Arendse was back there, and he's carried it back. It's a 5-metre scrum.
Yeah, what a kick from Warwick Gelant.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you want. So Kurtley Arendse was at the other side. He had to rush across. Tambo's up and play. So he's got no option but to play that. Otherwise, it's the Stormers' try.
Incredible work off the ball. Tambo had to turn after the kick, and Arendse reading it from a long way out.
Yeah, but a much better approach by the Stormers, applying pressure on the Bulls, putting the ball behind them in these wet conditions. We see Madosh Tambo getting injured there. Kurtley Arendse doing very well in covering the ground. But if we saw the approach at the in the first half, Victor, from the Stormers, running very hard, lots of handling errors, keeping on the ground. By doing that, they're applying the pressure on the Bulls.
Much better decision making there from Warwick Gelant, taking the ball to the line, kicking on the front foot, putting the Bulls under pressure. In these conditions, that's what you want. Either contestable kick or put it on the ground. It's very difficult to handle on the ground.
Yeah, it was a poor start by the DHL Stormers, conceding those 3 points. The Vodacom Bulls doing really well, but this scrum will be critical, and I don't know anything about that, so I'll throw it to you, Shimmy.
Well, I tell you what, the Stormers, you can see where the guys cleaning the studs. They'll try back themselves to go for the pushover if they can get some grip on the ground. Otherwise, it's an Evan Roos pickup for Willemse and Rowan now quite close.
Stay there. Okay, that's going nowhere. Use it. 9.
Absolutely rock solid. Willemse running hard at the line. Just 1.5 meters short. Yankees and Roos.
Short!
He's got that.
Well, try awarded. They might have another look here.
Wow, Evan Roos, I was about to say good defense from the Bulls. But he's got a right to place the ball. And I think that wasn't a double movement. So Evan Roos steps down here. He gets hit by 2 loose forwards. It's Arno Botha Massa. And there he goes.
Good work, lads.
The question will be for Marius van der Westhuizen, did he propel himself forward?
Good work, mate.
I think he's been given a thumbs up.
Yep. Marius van der Westhuizen, I think, has given the okay to Andy Brace. So Manie Libbok lines up the kick, and the flags are up.
Yeah, Manie man Libbok finding his kicking boots slotting that one. Good play here by the Stormers. Damian Willemse might have broken that 5 meter from the scrum initially, but a good carry by him, and then Evan Roos fighting in the tackle, the stretch, and just making it to the line for the try for the DHL Stormers. Scores are level.
Chris Smith's restart. Damian Willemse. Pretty exotic stepping from the Stormers inside centre. Yankees' kick. Orense.
Released and went again.
Burger and Marcel Kutsia. Inspirational Vodacom Bulls captain this entire campaign.
No.
Every single match he's played.
Yeah.
Earned his way back into the Springbok frame.
Tackle!
Marnie Libbok standing firm in the face of a strong tackle from Kane Moody.
Take him back. And stop 9. Yeah.
Gelant.
Good, mate.
Another test for Orense.
Okay,
and Peterson
away.
up there to make the tackle.
Last feet 8.
A couple of pods of forwards here for Zach Burger to work off.
Okay, use it.
And crucially, the Stormers not committing too many to that tackle and ruck area. Test for Gelant this time.
Play on.
Madosh Tambwe did well to tap the ball back, but claimed by Evan
Stop
Roos.
in front, stop!
Big left boot from Marnie Libbok. Zach Burger chasing back.
Hold on.
And his kick not finding touch. Libbok. Gelant.
Wait.
From inside
50.
his half of the field, looking for a 50-22, not getting the skid on the ball that he wanted. Tambwe.
Hold on.
Damian Willemse. Warwick Gelant.
50.
Again, inside his 22, but this time a shorter kick. And regathers after a little boot from Chris Smith. Lost forward then, and Orense just couldn't evade the grasp. Burger thought about the kick.
Damage over.
Steenkamp. Well, that was an opportunity.
Yeah, and as that line break came, advantage over was called. But you can see the change in strategy for the Stormers, looking for the 50-22 kicks, kicking down the middle of the field, so trying to avoid the ball's line out and high ball in play. So really different change in strategy from both teams. Kalantia, he just needed the bounce to come his way. I think the ball's back, he thought he was going to kick it again. Chances are, well, he did look for the kick again.
Elrich Lowe and Madosh Tambwe away to the left of Steenkamp, and with some space to work with as well.
Yeah, certainly more ambition and excitement on the field, but for the DHL Stormers, it's Damian Willemse that has gone down. Sasha Ngomezulu has already taken his tracksuit off. He's not looking great, in great shape, Damian Willemse. It does seem as if he'll soldier on. The Bulls approach a little bit different in the second half as well, Vic.
Yeah, the Bulls are a little bit different, but I think the Stormers at the moment, Warwick Gelant getting in the game much more, getting the Bulls first receiver with his left and right foot, getting in behind the Bulls, putting the Bulls under pressure. So much better play by the Stormers at this stage.
Stay there, I'll get him in. You gotta come in, you gotta come in.
So JJ Kotza has the line out throw. Hachiba Daimani explosive into the air. Libbok and Willemse lost the ball in contact. Away by Kutsia, Moody and Orense. Scragged by Sanatla.
Keep your feet, that's fine.
And Kotza
Hooked it back, play on, move.
surging into Cornel Hendricks. It's a wild pass away to Libbok. Here's Daimani. And the offload for Willemse. Back inside for Herschel Jantjies. Back goes Tambwe. And he's going to run.
Stop!
Inside his in-goal area. It was carried back. Dion Fourie will run hard. Takes the hit from Cornel Hendricks. Manages to offload. Ruiz got away from Kobola. Jantjies, Gelant, and Nel, and that was lost forward into the welcome arms of Ruan Nokia and kicked away by Chris Smith. Plenty of opportunity in that phase of play. The Bulls finding a way.
Yeah, it's starting to open up now. Certainly starting to open up a lot of broken field opportunities. And who's going to take that big moment? It's been an arm wrestle in the first half. Yeah, but JJ Kotza, see you later. Puts the shoulder down. Sits Cornel Hendricks down. But that pass needed to land from the Stormers a little bit earlier. But John, some fantastic skills here.
Yeah, it's beautiful to see in these conditions still being able to offload in the first half. These passes didn't stick. This time it is sticking. An opportunity lost there in that outside channel by Herschel Jantjies, and a fantastic clearance kick by Madosh Tambwe. Damian Willemse is still a concern for the Stormers. It seems like a groin injury there, not the arm that he was struggling with early on.
Inside 5, line out over, more.
Salman Murat with the front ball for the Stormers, and they get immediate go forward.
Stop?
Then the Bulls managing a stop.
Still moving. And use it now, 2. Stay bound.
Herschel Jantjies shaping for the kick up the right touchline, and well, he managed to keep that in.
Yeah,
was it Sergil Peterson with some pretty exotic footwork there?
Came off his foot.
Yeah.
Came off Stormer's foot.
Just bounced in the field of play, and Sergil Peterson getting a boot to ball.
Don't close. Okay. More! Inside 5.
This time it's the Bulls' turn to rampage through their maul.
6 to floor first.
Couple of carries here for the forwards. No one back for a clearance kick. It'll fall to Zach Berger if it happens.
And use it! Stay on 1.
Just getting that long ruck.
Back off balls.
Tambwe gave chase. And Kobola secured on the ground and managed to keep the ball in field there, the Bulls.
Use it, 9. There he is.
Zach Berger asking for another long ruck from Kobola that time.
Play on, back off balls.
Back off the balls once again. Oh, plenty of space in there for Berger to exploit. Lubbock off the ground. And the Bulls have won it back. Vital intervention from Siabela Sanakla there.
Advantage over.
And the unlikely figure of Salman Murat booting the ball downfield. Chris Smith back.
Play.
Kanan Moody drops back. Quickly into his stride. And JJ Kotza absolutely leveled as he went to make the tackle. He's not going to get up in a hurry. Another test from the boot of Zach Berger. Lubbock gets away from Cornel Hendricks. Ruan Nel.
Keep your feet. Stay.
Kitsoff. Makes some ground, the Stormers captain, but then a wild pass.
It's good. No, no, no. Keep your feet.
What a different game we
Good
have
contest then went
in the
off it.
second half.
Use it.
Kitsoff. And Herschel Yankees was caught the very bottom of that previous
Use
ruck.
it.
Zach Berger lost it forward. Nell.
No.
Claims of a high tackle there.
Well, you could see the Stormers bench went up straight away. They're going to have a look at that. But you're right, Matthew. What's happening is the broken field opportunities, because there's a lot of tap downs at the contestables. That's opening the game up. And that's where the broken field opportunities are coming.
Come off.
JJ Kotza's got to go off here.
Yeah, JJ Kotza taking a hard knock to the head. We saw he was unstable when he got up, and the player's safety is so important. He's been replaced by Andre Hicofenta, but a totally different game to the first half, Vic.
Yeah, different mindset from the Stormers. Much more positive than the Bulls at the moment. Looking for space, if it's kicking space or running space. Really trying to keep ball in hand and putting the Bulls under pressure with their kicking game as well.
Conditions didn't really improve, but still we see the passes actually sticking. The Stormers seems like they've got a little bit more time on the ball. Here the claim, a high tackle might not be the end of this one.
And we're happy with 8 binding on after that, yeah? Marius, you can come back to me when you're ready. I'll tell you what I'm seeing there, mate. So clear foul play, because 13 White is upright. However, there's clear mitigation. He's got a secondary tackler involved, and that player's dropped significantly into contact. So a penalty yellow card against 13 White, making a legal tackle, but he's fallen significantly, that's why it's yellow.
I can confirm those facts, Barry.
Yeah, 13 White. Good lads.
So it's going to be a yellow card for Cornel Hendricks. Contact made with the head, but mitigation was that Ruan Nell was falling.
So yellow card, 13 players
Is
falling.
the decision yet?
Yellow card.
Is it the kick for points or Mani Lobokana?
Evan, just trust us to deal with that, okay, mate?
See where the T is.
So Mani Lebok will kick for touch. And finds it.
Stay alive here.
5 meters from the line, and Andre Hicofenta will be straight into this grand final. The 20-year-old son of a 66 cap Springbok. Andre.
Bulls on the line.
This was an area where the Vodacom Bulls were so effective against Leinster in their semi-final, contesting lineouts in their own 22.
More.
A little bit of a contest at the front, but claimed by Salman Murat for the Stormers.
One stop.
One stop made.
Still moving.
But still the Stormers' maul is moving. And Andre Hicofenta in possession at the tail. Try scored! What a way to enter a final.
Yeah, and good play from the Stormers. I thought mature play, because the option was to try and manipulate that ball, to try and get middle ball. They went for the option that's on. That was the easy option. From then on, it becomes a patience game. Get into the wall, keep going, keep going, keep going. It's a definite momentum change. But Andre Yuko Fenter, he's in the mix. I think Zach Berger's got him by the legs, but he managed to twist and turn. And there he is. He gets it down.
And bear in mind, this was after a stop had been called. So they had to make consistent momentum, forward momentum. Can't afford to go sideways. So, Andre Hugo Venter's second try of this URC campaign. Puts the Stormers in front for the first time in the game. Missed with his first penalty attempt, but subsequently has goaled a penalty and a conversion, converting Evan Roos's try from close to the uprights. And Mani Lebok, that one has gone left.
Bulls just in between here. Went up in the front vault. Steenkamp didn't get it. Stormers get to set the maul. And a great try by the Stormers. The Bulls are under big pressure at the moment.
So Steenkamp replaced by Janko Swanepoel in the second row for the Vodacom Bulls. Seabelo Sanatla caught by Kanan Moody.
Okay, push back 6.
As he came to ground.
Last feet.
9,
take him back.
That was taken back into the 22-meter area. Herschel Yankees. And Arendse couldn't get around Willemse.
Off balls. Off balls.
I'll tell you, Kanan Moody just went into that. I actually didn't look at his foot positioning.
Off. Yeah, it came off the Bull's foot and then into touch.
Yeah, it was Kanan Moody that kicked that in. See, Curtly Arendse, because he was so desperate about fighting the touchline, tried to work in slightly.
Two pool matches between these two sides in the URC. 30 points to 26 at Loftus in favour of the Stormers. 19-17 in April here in Cape Town in favour of the Stormers. So the margins, 4 points and 2 points.
One stop!
It was never going to be a runaway.
So move in. Don't change! Don't change.
Well, we saw the Bulls using their maul to devastating effect in the first half of this game without perhaps getting the reward that they deserved.
Lost it.
Stormers, vast improvement in that area in the second period. Evan Roos. Lebok. His kick charge down, and Berger hacking it through. Sanatla goes back, makes the pass for Warwick Gelant.
Yeah, that's all on.
Now Chris Smith pointing to the skies. He wants Kanan Moody to chase this, but he ends up chasing himself. Sanatla. Salman Murat.
And use it!
The crowd has been extremely vocal for much of the second half, but now just a little lull, a tension, a nervousness.
Advantage, good contest.
Lost forward by Damian Willemse, claimed by Chris Smith for the Bulls.
Lost it.
Nortje and Steenkamp into the half gap, brought down by Willemse. Quick ball for Zach Berger away to his left. Moody to the boot. Gelant. Oh, goodness. He slipped as he made that kick, and that's perhaps even fortunate for him. With the ball skewed off in the manner that it did off a Bulls player.
White. 9.
Yeah, and that's the pressure build-up also.
Okay, players down.
For the Stormers. Galant, yeah, slipped. As he slipped, he hit that right option, but slipped as he was about to put it away. But Damian Willems, my goodness, he throws his body around. He's down in back play.
Yeah, Damian Willems says huge for the Stormers and what they want to achieve. We're just over the 60-minute mark, and it is happy hour in terms of substitutions as well. Emrose Papier enters the fray. He replaces Zach Berg, who had a pretty solid game as well. We saw a couple of slips at box kick time, and that's not the last we've seen of that. Warwick Galant slipping as well. Victor, as we look at Morne staying there, his effect on games and winning games, will he still have something to say about this game?
Well, you're talking about subs. Might be a time to put a guy like Morne Steyn on. He's got all the experience in this conditions. He can maybe just bring something different.
Pressure line out for Andre Hugo Venter, but the
last feet, 8.
Goes short to the front. They've used that option a couple of times during this game. Now it's Kitshoff just
6. No, leave it.
Trying to create an exit angle here for Herschel Yankees. No one back as a possible kicker. Now Mani Libok.
Stay there.
Drop back a little further. Yankees' kick onto Tambwe. And Sergio Peterson got him at the second attempt.
Backwards. No, backwards for us. Yeah, pipes.
Emrose Papier with the first touch.
Yeah, it's off the foot.
7 times for the Springboks. Emrose Papier now replacing Zach Berger.
And use it.
Scrum half. Again, it's Madosh Tambwe asked to give chase.
Off back, got back off balls.
And tap back for Elric Lowe.
Straight off. Leave it.
Stormers going off their feet
Straight
now.
off your feet. Stay up.
Decision time for the Bulls.
Shot, 10 or 9. Marcel?
Johnny, you've been asking me, what will you pick? Difficult choice, but the Bulls going for the 3 points.
Yeah, Vic, you were showing me go for the line, I'll drive, apply the pressure there. We see the Stormers players going off their feet there. The Vodacom Bulls still with 14 on the field. Cornel Hendricks off the field. They are finding it difficult in terms of the kick chase with one less midfielder.
Yeah, on forearms.
The safe option is to go for the kick, get the 3 points, get the lead, and then start building from there again. The mental side of it, I think, will play in favour of the Bulls as well.
So to reduce the deficit to 2 points for Chris Smith. And in this field possession or position conceded by the slip from Warwick Galant as he made the clearance kick. Another pure strike from Chris Smith, his second successful penalty.
And quite a few changes for the Vodacom Bulls. The whole front row changing up. So Gerard Steenekamp, Johan Grobler and Morne Smith calling it a day. Bismarck du Plessis so good on the ground. He enters the fray along with Simpiwe Matanzima and Robert Hunt. David Kriel also on the field. He replaced Madosh Tambwe. Still the Bulls with 40. No, and that will change immediately. Back to 15. Cornel Hendricks back on the field.
Let's go.
Under 15 minutes remain.
You're outside.
The Vodacom Bulls led by 7 points to 3 at halftime, having been very dominant.
Play on, the blue player pushed him. And out, captain out.
Swamped. by a trio
Use
of Bulls
it!
defenders.
Inside 50.
Early call from Ambrose Papier on the high ball, couldn't gather, and it's claimed by Damian Willemse. Yankees,
This is good.
and he finds Daimani out wide. Daimani dragged over the touchline, but sounds like there's an arm out there from Jaco Paper saying it's a Stormers throw at the line out.
Yo, how does this end up being? So the ball goes there, Chiva Damani. I thought he'd back himself. We've seen him score so many tries. Yeah, it was ripped out.
Stripped in the tackle by Ambrose Papier. And into touch.
Let's go.
And just referencing that final between the Bulls and the Stormers, the 2010 Super Rugby final, the only franchise final that they've been involved in. Morné Steyn kicked 20 points in that final.
9.
6 penalties and a conversion, and here he is this evening, 12 years later, with possibly a role to play.
Inside 5.
To the front they go for Salman Murat.
One stop! Sideways.
Andre Hijo-Venter just having a little look up.
It's moving.
What a try at the previous maul.
Still moving. Stay bound!
Still moving forward, says Andrew Brace, and inching ever closer.
Okay, that's broke off on 16. No.
Now Yankees has it. Daimani. Nettling for Shear. Fresh legs. Then Venter. Little isolated.
Tackle, release!
Back to the right. Goes Yankees for Steven Kitsoff. Damian Willemse is down again. Out the back from Murat. And Venter got from Warwick.
Last feet.
Another surge from Nettling for Shear. To the short side goes Yankees for Murat. And then Dion Fourie. So prominent at the breakdown in the first half, and now getting the benefits.
He's in the runway, he's affected the clean.
Yeah, I was looking for Bismarck du Plessis. That's the area you sort of look for the features.
Affected the clean, roll out please.
So, gentlemen, downstairs, it's decision time again.
Well, I'm just so glad I don't have to make that decision, Shimmy.
Yeah, very difficult one, Johnny. You could put the game away if you get 7 points, but at this stage, we'll probably go for that 3. But it's a very difficult kick, so I think we'll see the Stormers go for the touchline, go for the maul.
Yeah, it is probably the safer option. We might even see a tap and go, but the maul has certainly increased and improved in the second half for the Stormers. They'll be backing that, seeing if they can get ahead by 7 or more. But a concern at this stage is Damian Willemse. He's been critical for the Stormers' attack.
Yeah, Damian's just been outstanding, getting them over the advantage line. His kicking game, getting stuck in, I mean,
12.
Cleaning the rucks there, just getting the knock with Cornel Hendricks, unfortunately. But he's been means for the Stormers tonight.
Water off! Water off!
And that's what the penalty was given for Bismarck du Plessis. A judge not to be supporting his body weight.
No foul play.
At that tackle.
Cheers, mate. Okay, we'll just wait till this is off. Okay, we'll just wait till time's on. Time up.
It's going to be the tap and go. Kitsoff.
Stay there.
And back it comes for the Stormers captain.
Tackle, ball available.
The tackle is made on Steven Kitsoff, and the Stormers have gone 3 or 4 meters backwards from that penalty. Fushia. Venter. Arno Buerta working hard on defense. Yankees, little switch back to the inside for Fushia.
Out the way now, move! White! Stay there.
Yankees waits. And away for Mani Lebok. Then Gelant crushed in the tackle by Madosh Tambwe. Brilliant defensive
turnover
read.
good. Turnover good.
And the turnover made by the Bulls.
Okay, last feed, Stormers.
Into the final 10 minutes we go in Cape Town.
Not for me, mate. Use it!
The URC Grand Final remains on the proverbial knife edge. The hoist from Papir. Lebok.
Okay. Inside 50.
Another slip from Herschel Yankees as he made the kick. It's worked out brilliantly for him in the end. Got the favourable bounce.
Yeah, it's at a knife edge, isn't it? I thought the Stormers probably went too early there. Fantastic read from Madosh Tambwe. They try to trap it. It's the right thing. They try to trap it with your feet so you don't knock it on.
Let's
but
go,
missed
Bulls.
it completely. So the Bulls will be looking for territory. The Stormers, with all their territory, will want to convert that to something on the scoreboard.
Respect the gap. Stormers, where are you going? Where are you going?
It's a very different statistic to what we saw in the first half. The tackles made. The Bulls
You're
doing
listening, fellas. Bulls in.
more of the defending in the second half.
Hooker, 2 and 2. Play.
To the front for Swanepoel. Back to Bismarck du Plessis.
That's 50.
Hefty boot in from the hooker.
Touched. It's touched.
And then touched by a Bull's hand off the left boot of Warwick Gelant.
Got to respect the gap, mate. Okay, take the line. Bulls take the line. Got to respect the gap.
Well, that's equivalent of getting a penalty, to be honest with you. Once it's touched, then you get the put in again. But see the Bulls with a little trick play around the front. Good play from Bismarck du Plessis to look for the attacking kick.
Let's go.
So it's all about territory now.
Well, exactly. And cool heads. You think about Amorne staying on the bench, who won the Lions series here. Chris Smith kicking a drop goal in the URC quarter-final after the hooter to beat the Sharks to get into the semis. Mani Lebok's kick to win the game against Ulster last week. It's probably going to come down to something like that. Off the boot of Siabella Sonatla and favourably for Damian Willemse.
Don't play the 9.
Fushia.
Take him back, fellas.
Lebok with Sergio Peterson giving chase. And Peterson's got it! Sergio Peterson! Pass inside. And Creel drops it down, but carried back.
Wow. Sergio Peterson waited for his moment in the air.
Tom off, subs.
And the catch and run, that's the impressive thing, sir. Some substitutions coming up for the Stormers. Brock Harris, Adams van Rijn, and Junior Pokomela.
I always am, mate.
Yeah, fantastic take by Sergio Peterson. So good in the air, but that's why he was selected on the right wing. The offload not going to hand David Creel. Fantastic work.
Yeah.
Carried over, so it will be a scrum for the DHL Stormers. We see Achiva Taimani and Salman Murat coming off. Some substitutions going on, and also the rain slowly but surely starting to drizzle again. And with that happening, who's to the side of me? Morne Steyn, tracksuit off, waiting to get onto the field.
Well, Stephen Kitsoff is getting a hero's welcome as he returns to the bench.
Yeah, just time's still off. You're going to have to replace your jersey, mate.
An epic season for him in which he's grown as a captain.
Replace the jersey on 18, Bulls. Yeah, we're going to go
so the veteran Brock Harris, 110 matches in the Pro 14.
I know it's not great, mate.
In the colours of the Dragons in Wales. earned 100th Stormers cap against the Sharks earlier in this URC campaign.
We've got a jersey change on 18, guys. Yeah. Thanks, man.
And this is 19th appearance out of 21.
Yeah, 18.
In this URC campaign.
You just can't get a bind on that, mate. What's that?
What are we waiting for?
It's jersey.
It's a jersey change because I think he's
give me that
I think we might have had his jersey ripped.
I know.
Robert Hunt, the replacement tight head. Played for the University of Cape Town in the Varsity Cup down here.
Not great here, but let's get our feet strong here,
after
fellas.
a loss to Pretoria University, got a call from Jake White.
We just moved to about here.
Saying he'd been watching him, thought he could play a role at the Vodacom Bulls, and here he is in a URC final.
And we'll go time on. Time on.
Says that Frans Malherbe was his tight head hero.
Nice and strong, good heights.
So all new front rows on both sides.
Okay. Crouch! Bind! Sit. Stay up. Yeah. Stay there. Use it. Both down.
Gone down at the same time, but ball available, says Andrew Brace. Yankees. Willemse. Hit hard by Forster and by Chris Smith. First big carry for Junior Pokomela. Then it comes for Mani Lebok, who's kicked a drop goal.
Yeah, I think it was all right.
5 points the difference with just over 5 minutes to play. Worked the position well, straight out in front. Little swivel to create the angle for Mani Lebok. And another change on for the Stormers.
Came on.
Yeah, an absolute warhorse for the Stormers on his 100th game. Dion Fourie leaves the field. He's been replaced by Namantaba.
Mornay staying on the field.
Stop.
Makes the restart. Kick downfield from Damian Willemse. Siabelo Sanatla is after it. Steyn drops back. And happy to clear for touch from inside. He's 22. It's a magnificent kick from Mornay Steyn.
Cool, calm and collected, isn't it? The Stormers, chances of the Stormers will look to start mauling again. But first things first, you got to win the line out, so the game in the balance.
Yeah. Stay on my air. Let's go, let's go. Fire. In you come.
Well, a little consultation amongst the Stormers forwards. Then they go to Brock Harris
at
the front, as they had done for Stephen Kitsoff a couple of times in the first half.
Okay, hold in front.
Pokomela made another good carry. Mani Lebok's kick charge down. Ruarnel rescues and puts the boot in. Little slip from Kurtley Arendse. Amazing that the Stormers opted to play that quickly.
Inside 50.
Willemse and Creel. Taken by Siabelo Sanatla. Matanzima took a flat ball from Papier.
Last feet. Use it.
Papier. Lebok came forward and gathered by Fenter. Yankees away to Lebok, and then Gelant off the left boot. Papier dropping back, and he has Kurtley Arendse with him.
Balls. Off the chest. Off the chest.
And controlled by Warwick Gelant.
Clear mark, Marius.
Goes for the little chip and well read by Madosh Tambwe. Tackle made by Ruan Nel.
Tackle, right?
Breathless stuff.
Inside 10, making the tackle.
There's a penalty advantage coming for the Vodacom Bulls.
13 inside the 10.
So they can kick for territory.
Number
Set up the
13
line
inside
out.
the 10.
Number of players on the ground, just stretching the calves, stretching the hamstrings.
Go on, mate. Yeah, time off. Okay?
They can do no more.
Okay, let's go then, fellas.
They've emptied their respective tanks.
Let's go, mate. Let's go then, fellas.
Very little that either coaching boxes can do now either. It's
Happy
about
Marcel?
calm heads. First of all, there needs to be a lengthy kick downfield. What is the play here, Shim? Is it kick for the line out, try and get a more penalty, kick again? You got to. That's what they need.
Spot on, you got that, Matthew. But the kick, this has to be a good kick from one. There's no one better in the world you'd want in this position. So he needs a good kick first of all.
Well, that's the drop goal that gave the Stormers their 5-point advantage, but they are not done. 2 minutes. And Bismarck du Plessis, 79 tests for South Africa.
Thank you.
Over 130 matches for the Sharks, over 100 for Montpellier. The kind of experience you want in tense situations like this. The Bulls trying to get their maul moving forward, forcing the Stormers to infringe. First stop called by Andrew Brace.
What?
Rolls into touch harmlessly, but there was a knock on.
Cheers, mate.
Called by Jaco Paper on the far side.
Yeah, I think it was Namakaba that tried to get through to get the steal.
On the what, mate? On that last one?
It's on the floor. Right on the floor, and I fall over it.
Yeah, I felt you were wide with the ground. I didn't see any offence from them.
Just incredible that it's come down to this. There's Namaklaba working hard in there initially, then going for the steal. Came off his hands for this scrum to be awarded with a minute and a few seconds remaining. Attention for Marvin Ori, just reflecting again on this incredible season where the South African sides travelled early in the competition and came home
left to the mark
with their figurative tails between their legs. Stormers came home with a win and a draw. The Bulls came home with just one win, and they had so much to do. They systematically worked their way back into the competition, built momentum, used their home ground advantage to good effect, and ended up second and fourth on the URC log respectively, both getting home quarterfinals. The Stormers defeating Edinburgh here in Cape Town, the Bulls defeating the Sharks at Loftus in Pretoria.
Stay there.
In the semi-finals that saw the back of the two Irish sides, Leinster and Ulster, to set up this enthralling encounter in front of a wonderful crowd. Away by Papier. It's not a great pass, but Kirtley Arendse, dangerous from anywhere.
Onside. No, don't pull him.
Elrich Lowe slipped the tackle of Ernst van Rijn, pulled down by Ruiz. Papier, Hunt, and Matanzima in with the clean. Staying with the cutout ball, Bismarck du Plessis.
Onside.
Recycle is good for Papier. Out the back from Swanepoel, Steyn. And Arendse bursting through the middle. Kirtley Arendse, Madosh Tambwe.
Knock on. Okay, play it.
Hacked ahead by Warwick Gelant. And Gelant is in there to make the steal. I think he might have it.
Bulls move.
Bulls told to get away from it. Damien Willemse kicks the ball into the stands. The DHL Stormers are the inaugural United Rugby Championship Grand Final winners.